Alrighty folks, it's been a minute since I've done a video. I'm lagging behind. Looks like everybody else is putting out content and I'm over here sitting on my ass. So I got a quick little CD, 6-pack CD edition for you. First up we got Wings of Steel, Gates of Twilight. These guys are out of LA. They put out an EP in 2022. This full length came out in 2023, and then they released a live album last year, which I think Pete Pardo was talking about it on New Wave, a traditional heavy metal show that he has. They were talking about the live album, talking about how good they were, so I thought I'd check them out. It's really good. Really grows on you. Singer's really got a great voice. Guitar player is incredible. If I hadn't been cutting back on my spending this year, I would have already probably bought that live album. But this is really good. Fans of early Queensryche, Crimson Glory, Fifth Angel, Riot 5. If you like those bands, you'll definitely like this. I definitely have that Live in France album on the want list. And next up, another new wave of traditional heavy metal band, Masters of Disguise, the Savage and the Grace. These guys they played shows with Chris Logue, I believe that's how you say his name, way back in 2013. I think this album's from 2015, so maybe they did it in 2012 because this is their second release. And they wanted to keep Savage Grace going, but Chris wasn't feeling it, so they decided to go out on their own. As you can tell, they're drawing heavily from the Savage Grace imagery. This one, dang, I'm drawing a blank on what the name of. Back with a Vengeance, I think it was the debut. It's a little stronger than this one. That one is more the speed metal of Savage Grace. This one's more, I would say, closer to Enforcer than Savage Grace, but it's still really good. And then we're going for some classic U.S. power metal. Savatage, Power of the Night. I've been picking up these ear music digipacks that, they released them 15 years ago, and I didn't think I needed them, but now I've decided that I do, because I decided I actually need these bonus tracks. This one has a live version of City Beneath the Surface, and a live version of Hounds on it. Classic album from classic band. And we got a little classic hard rock, heavy metal, whatever you want to call it. No Place to Run, UFO. This is the first album with Paul Chapman on lead. I've had this on vinyl forever. I decided I'd finally get around to getting the CD. It's got an alternate take of Gone in the Night on it, and then live versions of Letting Go, Mystery Train, and No Place to Run. So if you've never checked out the Paul Chapman era of UFO, I suggest you do it. Paul was a fantastic replacement for Michael Schenker. Then we got this one right here, Van Halen, the Broadcast Years. The Broadcast Collection, 1976 to 1992. So I'm pretty sure these were all radio broadcasts of shows. Yes, that's something that used to happen. The first disc is from 1976 at the Starwood. It's got 6 songs on it. On Fire, sorry, I don't have my readers and it's kind of dark in here. I'm the One, DOA, Running with the Devil, Ice Cream Man, and then A Simple Rhyme. So yeah, I'm the One. He actually introduces that with a different song title, and I can't remember what the hell it was. But yeah, so they've already got versions of DOA here, and In a Simple Rhyme, even all the way back in 1976. Now, there's also some different lyrics to different songs. Now, is that Dave not remembering the lyrics, or were they still working on lyrics? Some of them sound like they're still working on the lyrics. Some of them may sound like Dave forgot the actual lyrics. It's pretty rough. I mean, it's 1976. It's a club show being broadcast out over the radio. It's still pretty good, though. Especially since there's not a lot of live stuff out from that era of Van Halen. Then the next one is from 1982 at the Forum. It takes up 2 discs. There's a total of 23 songs from that show. It starts off a little rough, but it's like they got the sound working like halfway through the first disc, and then the second disc sounds, which is disc 3, sounds great. And then the last 2 are actually Van Hagar albums, recordings. First one's from '89, the Superdome. Both of these discs with the Sammy, they've got to be touched up. I mean, they sound. I've heard actual live albums put out that don't sound as good as these 2 discs do. And now the 5th disc is from the album. They recorded the album live right here, right now. It was also going out over the radio. That's what these songs are taken from. I think there's like 26 songs on that 2-disc set. There's only 14 here. But Sammy's even said that they had to go back and retouch up the vocals because Eddie and Alex had screwed around with the mix for the live album, and it made him sound out of key and offbeat and everything, so he had to go record the vocals. I'm thinking that some of these are those re-recorded vocals because it sounds well produced for a radio broadcast album. And then finally, we got a little Rival Sons to go with my shirt. This is a Great Western Valkyrie, but they released the 10th anniversary edition, and they put the 2 tracks on it that were only on the tour edition. And I'd been wanting to get that tour edition for a while, so I'm glad that they did this because the tour edition was going for like $50 on the cheap end. So this classic album, still one of my favorite Rival Sons albums. If you guys have not ever checked out Rival Sons, you need to do it. Great old school classic blues rock band. Alrighty, so there's 6 for the 6-pack. You guys let me know what you've been picking up. You guys have a good one.